And the Japanese didn't think that it could happen here.
Generally, the media paints a picture of a disaster zone.
It's been 6 years now.
I'm Michael Schellenberger from Environmental Progress. I'm an environmentalist, so I spend my days doing research and writing about the environment and energy.
My name is Angela, and I create videos introducing Japan to the world. I like to cover the unknown areas of Japan.
My name is Joe Allen. I'm a travel photography YouTuber. I travel around the world capturing content of beautiful destinations and amazing cultures.
When I told my friends where I was going, a lot of them said to me, be careful.
And I'm literally heading off to Fukushima.
So what happened here was the second worst nuclear accident in history. They were really confident in their ability to manage these technologies, so they were really caught by surprise.
I just kind of want to go and experience and see how things have changed. I traveled to Fukushima with a couple of travel mates.
I think every prefecture in Japan has its own beauty. There's drinks in the stream. Oh, it's so cold.
Whether it's the food or the technology or the robotics, I love the seriousness with which they approach everything they do.
What? The size of the NASA facility. This is massive. You can build anything in here.
In the context of the day, I'd come from some of the coastline, through the forestry on the drive, and then up into the mountains, all in just a few hours, really.
I wanted to come to see for myself what happens to a community when they deal with the huge damage from the tsunami and all of the anxiety around the nuclear accident, and just start to see the side of Fukushima that nobody really is very aware of. Come on, guys.
When we got to Fukushima, we rented a few bikes.
It was very peaceful because the sea was right next to us.
You having fun?
I like the wind in my hair.
Isn't it nice how a bike just makes you happy?
It's hard to be frowny on a bike. Well, we first wanted to just get a look around, so we wanted to find a high point to be able to see the ocean and see this incredible area. Ready to get a view of Fukushima?
Woo!
Cool, look at that.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
It's so calm in the sound, right? Really relaxing. But of course, this is also where the menace came from.
Yeah?
So you remember in 2011, what happened is that there was a big earthquake in the ocean, and it created a huge tidal wave. A lot of people lost their lives right away, 15,000 people, and then that triggered the accident at Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant.
When we looked out into the view, we saw where the disaster happened 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy to think, like, how calm it is now.
But you could see these lowland areas here just rolled right over them.
Yeah. I realized this was ground zero.
So when researching for Fukushima, it's very hard to get an overall picture of what actually is going on and what has happened.
I'm really curious what you guys think. I mean, you guys agreed to come to this place that has a really scary name for a lot of people. What are you looking forward to seeing or learning while you're here?
I do have this image that Fukushima is a bit dangerous to visit, it's not safe. But there are, many locals living here, so I think I'm ready to explore it.
Let's all keep open minds to what we find out. Let's talk to a lot of different people and let's figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, to our Fukushima adventure. Wait,
There's gonna be right here.
Wait.
Oh,
Are we doing three-way? What's
Yeah,
going
she
on?
is.
Okay, So I decided to head to Ochijuku, which is a very traditional town here in Fukushima. Oh, there's drinks in the water. Oh, it's so cold. Wow. This feels like summer. Okay, this is how cold it is. So when I was walking around the traditional town, one thing that really caught my eye was everyone was eating soba noodles. Oh, look, they're eating soba with not chopsticks, but spring onion. So I wanted to try that, and I made it from scratch.
はい、どうですか？ここ大内宿と宿場町がありまして、そばは昔から食べられてる江戸時代ぐらいからですかね、作って皆さん食べてます。今もそば畑がいっぱいありますので、皆さん自分家で採ったそばを秋に収穫します。
We're going to cut it now.
この状態。
Cutting it was very difficult, as you could see, because a lot of my noodles were different sizes, but it was a very unique experience for me. なんでネギで食べるんですか？
そうですね、ここら辺はネギが美味しいんですよ。はい、こちらになります。こちらがネギそばになりますね。
これで食べるんですか？
ぐるぐる混ぜてください。ネギは欠かさず農家の皆さんは作ってますから。
はい。じゃあ食べながらネギも食べる。
そうです。はい、そのまま。
So given that we only had a few days in Fukushima, I decided I would go and see some of the nature.
So just come out to another location. This is now Mount Adatala, which is an active volcano. I think the last time it erupted was mid-90s. Anyway, this is a ski field and a bit of a hiking trail. So we're going to go take this gondola and head up into the clouds. It's pretty foggy, which is nice. We've got nice soft lighting around. Actually, photography is all about the light.
Joe said he wanted to go to the mountains. Angela said she wanted to go see more of the traditional communities, and I knew I wanted to participate in some of the local culture.
Hi, nice to meet you. 今日は霊山太鼓
Yeah, I'm excited.
練習をちょっとさせていただいて。
Like that?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
タンタコタンコンタンタコタンコン。
So it's not a super complicated rhythm, but then they started introducing things like you got to raise your hand up this way and then this way. At that point, I think it was at a degree of difficulty that I would never be able to achieve.
Okay.
But I figured I would be something humorous for them to laugh at, so there was always that upside for them.
投げます。タンタコタンコン。
What amazed me the most was the history and culture is very well preserved here in Fukushima. You just go back in time, I guess. こっち来てください。いいですか？うわー、すごい。Wow, so this is how people lived 300, 400 years ago. When I heard the story from the locals, she said it used to be a place where a lot of the merchants stopped at when they were on their way to Tokyo.
昔はね、昔も。あとそこ以外は全部休んだり何かして馬を止まった荷物を運んだり交換する場所だったんですね。はい、
ありがとうございます。
So in the winter, the region is a ski resort. In the context of the day, I'd come from some of the coastline, through some of the forestry on the drive, and then up into the mountains, all in just a few hours, really. There's not many places in the world where you can do that and actually still get a good view at the end of it. This was pretty special to see all sorts of things at once. When I got to the top, there were a couple of local walkers.
This forest is huge.
So I guess it's quite a testament to the Japanese culture that even in later years in life, people are still really quite active.
So that's over there.
私は里が山形なので、神奈川と山形を行ったり来たりするときにいつもこの山を下から眺めてた。どうしてもここに来たかった。綺麗です。緑がね、とてもなだらかな稜線がいいですね。
So if the weather had been a lot clearer, I would have been able to have seen more into the cities in the surrounding areas. I mean, the thing is, I found it to be beautiful anyway. Like, I love seeing clouds moving like that. The clouds were swirling around almost as if it was like a live time lapse that I was watching. Like, it was moving so fast.
上まで見えればね、頂上まで見えれば最高だったんですけれどもね。
あの山のほら、さっき空が見えたんだけど。
The clouds were... Normally clouds don't do that. Normally they just kind of like float along, but this one was, you know, quite a bit special.
This is moving really fast as well.
あれですね。
That's the shape of Fukushima.
What is this place? What is this park?
まあ震災の前からあった公園なんですけども、震災を機にですね、除染してリニューアルして大きく生まれ変わりました。 最初の頃っていうのは、外に出ない方がいいとか避難された方もいますけども、今はみんな戻ってきて太鼓祭りも一緒に盛り上げていこうっていうふうにもうだんだん変わってきて、逆にみんなの絆が強くなったかなと思います。太鼓を叩くとなんか元気になれる、なんかこう力が湧いてくるっていう感じがします。
So after Uchijuku, I met up with Joe.
And together we went to see Michael play some drums.
That little girl's better than Michael.
You know, around the world, I think when communities face adversity, it's a chance for them to come together. And I think that's really what inspired much of that festival.
In contrast to what I'd read about, this was what I was looking for. This was the livelihood. This was the emotion that isn't portrayed in the media. You can see families coming together. You can see people building this great energy of noise and amazing food and color and so much life. So that was a great experience to see Fukushima for what it really is.
For a minute there, I think we kind of forgot that we were in the second worst nuclear disaster in the world.
There it is.
Given the fact that it's the third largest prefecture in Japan,
Fukushima is very big, and we all decided to split up into different routes and then meet up later on.
It was great to reunite with Joe and Angela. I got you guys. I mean, it's wonderful to see the community and see how alive this place is. But, like, are you guys ready to go and actually visit the famous Fukushima Daiichi, the plant itself?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we've all got mixed impressions of what to expect.
All I've seen is very explosive stuff I've seen on TV.
How are you feeling? You looked a little bit nervous earlier.
Yeah, totally different from my normal morning. So I feel like I shouldn't smile and I should keep my serious face on. Okay, we have two. So no smiling from now on. Whoever smiles owes each other lunch.
Again, you research in the media and you just see people wearing all sorts of protective gear and other things.
What's up, guys? Hi, sweet or sour? Just sweet.
Half of it you think, okay, that looks kind of scary, that looks quite dangerous. And then the other side you think, well, of course they're going to be protected. This is a big operation.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is that when I was here 3 years ago, we all had to wear that full...
That kind of...
Yeah, the full outfit. You know, keep changing the booties and the gloves, and now we don't have to do that, and we can obviously go without our masks. Yeah. There's still some parts, obviously, that have high levels of radiation.
There it is.
It wasn't actually what I expected. I thought it would be more damage, but it was very peaceful.
So what happened here was the second worst nuclear accident in history. There was a buildup of hydrogen gas, which created these small explosions on site, and so you had releases of radioactive materials. A lot of it went over the ocean, which is great. It's fine because it dilutes. But then there was some parts of Fukushima that were hit. You can see a plume of radioactive particulate matter that went to the northwest.
If I'm honest, my understanding is fairly limited.
So the radioactive cesium fell onto the ground and with precipitation from the air, and they stick to the surface. Main decontamination method is the removal of the contaminated soil layer and be transported to the temporary storage site.
And how many people would be involved in the process?
In the most active period, around 30,000 workers were on the decontamination project sites per day.
I mean, the truth is that when you read the scientific literature, nobody really thought that you needed to go to all this effort for decontamination. Really, you can just dilute it because the dose makes the poison. You know, things in low levels are just not harmful. They went to a pretty big effort over the last several years to clear out the soil that had high levels of radiant particles in them.
Surrounding this Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power station, inside of the red line, we are now constructing the interim storage site. All the removed soils will be transported to this site.
We visited the soil sorting facility. We joined some international students from the Fukushima Ambassadors Program.
We met up with a guy. He had this strong passion in reviving and helping the local town out.
Now we're going into the facility. Now to prevent any dust from leaving the facility and going into the environment, There are 2 doors.
And he was leading a group of international students from all around the world, and he was trying to get them to understand more about Fukushima.
And all the bags you see on the right, those are below radioactivity, so they're all below 8,000 becquerels. They pack the bags with the decontaminated soil. They always have to measure the air dose rate and then write it on the bag. So
by them actually seeing all this really positive work and devices that are being put in place, ask questions for themselves and really understand the situation, I think it's going to really be very convincing for them that there's actually a light at the end of the tunnel. I think Fukushima is really becoming a frontier for solving a lot of the issues that modern society faces. It's all about what's being learned and how can we apply that to other issues around the world too.
When we arrived at the Naraha Remote Technology Development Center, Michael and I split up and we each saw different things.
What? Size of the NASA facility. This is massive. This is so big.
Full-scale mock-up testing facility for decommissioning of the reactor. 80-meter length and 60-meter width, and 40-meter height.
So we came to Naraha to see how they're using robots as part of the cleanup operation at Fukushima. Okay, wait, there we go. They've got robots that climb over rubble, that help to move rubble out of the way, open doors, swim underwater. One of the amazing things that's come out of this disaster has been the use of robots to solve the problem. Oh, this looks like an elaborate game of Jenga. Do you know Jenga?
I know.
The puzzle? Yeah, the game. Are you a student?
Yes.
Let's see if we can get a selfie. Wow, it's clear.
I'm studying about mechanical engineering.
Oh, okay. Which university?
Niigata University. In this place, translate the condition between a PC and robot being bad, so we research about it.
How old were you when the Fukushima accident occurred?
16歳でした。僕にとってはその原発事故があってからなんかロボットの重要性っていうのが人の役に立ってるってことを知って僕も興味を持ちました。
And so involving the kids in it at an early age gets them to see that I think beyond the importance of robots or that particular technology, it's that one terrible tragedy 6 years ago does not define this place. And I think having that attitude towards the world is maybe one of the most important things we can pass on to our kids.
I think that's very important, and they've also got a high school trying to revitalize this place in a different way. I'm so happy I can be young again.
この地域に原子力災害が起こって子どもたちは災害からどういうステップで復興していけばいいか答えが分かってない状況でもチャレンジをしていく力が必要になったんですね。ここはローカルでありながらグローバルな力も必要な地域になったので、だから僕たちは生徒たちに福島のことだけをやる子になってほしくないんですね。そういう意味では生徒たちはニューヨークに行って国連で同じ避難という経験をした同世代とディスカッションをしたりして、この地域で彼らがテイクアクションしている課題解決の中にはもしかしたら世界の他の課題を解決するヒントが隠れているかもしれないので、そういう力を伸ばすような特別なカリキュラムを持った学校を作ろうということで学校を作りました。
Alright, so the question, what did you do over summer break?
After entering the school, I joined their English class, and it was a very interactive English lesson.
Use your memos, use your notes to help you talk with each other.
So in Japan, even though everyone learns English from a very young age, they always learn it by just reading a book and memorize vocabulary. What did you do over summer break?
My fun vacation memory is when I went back to my hometown of Kitakata. I played baseball with my best friend.
彼らが一番自分が成長したと思うって言ってるのは考えの違う人を受け入れてコミュニケーションをする力、この地域では帰ってきた人と避難し続けてる人とかテプコと地元の人とかいろんな対立コンフリクトがいっぱいありますので、そういうのを解決するためのプロジェクトをやっていく中で、完全な悪者とか完全な正義の人とかという形じゃなくて、どっちの言い分も聞いてプロジェクトを設計してるからそういうトレランスが身についたと思ってるんだと思います。
So it really opens up their mind and they can meet various different people with different perspectives through this project, which I think will really help them grow.
Everyone was concerned about the radioactivity and about whether things were still functioning and livable. I visited the food radiation testing facility. The whole process is to take samples of food from various areas of Fukushima and test it for levels of radiation.
This one is from near nuclear plant, Hironomachi.
Right, so would you expect higher levels of radiation from this?
No. Now it's very safe. Maybe this one is below detective.
In Fukushima, many people know that every rice bag out of 10 million harvested each year, every one of them since 2012 has been screened. The first year, out of 10 million, 71 exceeded the limit. The second year of the test, 28.
Oh, dropped down a lot.
Dropped down. The third year, 2014, it went down to 2. And 2015 and 16, 0, 0. That means the food is safe enough.
津波の前にはこの福島県っていうのはセシウムは土の中にはなかったわけです。でそれがフォールアウトあってそれで非常に高い数値が出るようになりました。で土を取り除いたりこう上と下を入れ替えたりしてどんどんこう土の中のセシウムの量を減らす努力をして。
手切らないでよ。
これ一緒に大きいの取ってちゃんと。腐るじゃんそれ。
今ではそこから植物が吸い上げるときに基準値を超えるようなレベルのセシウムは土の中にはもうないというそういう状態になってます。
こんなの見たことある？かぼちゃ。はい、ありがとう。はい、ありがとう。
You know, this is a place that really wants to be thought of as a place that's coming back from a challenging situation stronger and making the place more beautiful. More special than it was before. And I see this kind of interactions with the kids and the desire to pass on really valuable knowledge. Right, so if you guys eat your dessert, then you can have these vegetables. Okay, that's part of the rule. But you have to eat the dessert first.
I guess our time in Fukushima come to an end.
This is the end, man.
Yeah. Hey, come check it out, guys. What's so amazing is just how much the Japanese are willing to do to take care of each other. I mean, that's what I really leave with. I mean, clearly, they went way above and beyond what they needed to do in terms of cleaning up this place. But you have to admire the spirit behind it.
Yeah, it's a very considerate community. They care so much for everyone else before themselves.
What I also found is it's safe. We were so close to the plants.
But now it feels like really a fresh start for this place.
I think they're ready to move on.
Yeah.
I think they are moving.
Yeah, I think we're ready to move on.
I'm not ready to leave you guys, man.
Oh, I love you guys too.
Oh,
come here. Let's squeeze.
Sticky and sweaty.
All right.
This summer I'll be by your side. A wonder that you can't describe. How long will you wait for me? I want you to see what I see.
I'm gonna give this a hit then.